Hello, my name is Jeff Hajic, and I am the owner and founder of Velaction Continuous Improvement. This is my first video newsletter. If you like it, please let us know by giving us a thumbs up below. And if you haven't done it already, please subscribe below to make sure you don't miss any future episodes. Our latest news is that I have completed a video overview of my Continuous Improvement Development Guide. That's the basic roadmap of how I think companies should build up a business management system that is driven by continuous improvement. The print version of this guide is available at the link on the screen, and I'll also post it in the description. For this message, I am going to talk about how my video production process has evolved. Well, let me back up a bit. One of the discussions that occasionally comes up when I'm talking about lean is whether it can be used to improve processes for a small business like mine, or if it can be used in an isolated department in a company that has not quite yet embraced the full concept of building a continuous improvement culture. The answer is yes. I'm a small business. I run it mostly out of my home office. As you might imagine, I've got to be quite innovative regarding space, time, and resources. This is extremely true for my content development. I'm up against some pretty stiff business competition, but I also compete with a whole lot of enthusiasts who post lean content out of a passion for the subject, rather than as a profession. Now, it takes a lot of space, specialized space, to pull off high-quality video. Most businesses who regularly produce videos have either studios set up or they rent out time in a professional video studio. The enthusiast videos generally don't have the same production quality, but there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of them out there. Even though their production quality might not be that great, crowdsourcing filters them out and finds the best ones. Good, creative content can compensate for some lighting or sound problems. Great content can convince viewers to overlook some pretty low-rent video and editing work. So, for me to compete, I first have to come up with some good ideas. I'm pretty well set there. I've got probably over 1,000 web pages that I can use for ideas, and notebooks full of a whole lot more. Plus hundreds more planned lessons in my Continuous Improvement Development Guide. My issue is, and always has been, bandwidth. It takes a lot of time to produce great videos. Early on, when I was just getting started, I hadn't yet learned much about video production. It took me a lot of time. Plus, I didn't have a very good space set up. I was recording at my desk with a mic stuck in this box. The mic was plugged into my computer, and I overlaid that onto a screen capture, and this was the result. In this case, the cause of the coolant on the floor was a leaky machine. We then ask why again. Why was the machine leaking? I think it is safe to say that the production quality of this video you're watching right now is a whole lot better. So how did I get from there to here? In large part, by using the tools I teach. I use policy deployment to keep me on track with my targets. When my numbers start to fall off the pace for my goals, I know I have to act. I use basic problem-solving tools to try to isolate problems and uncover their root causes. I use PDCA to experiment with changes. That's plan, do, check, act, and it is an iterative approach to coming up with solutions. A good example that you'll be able to see the results with of using this PDCA cycle is with my sound quality. I went from a portable studio on my desk to a soundproof walk-in closet, complete with cables routed through the walls to insulate my computer from the microphone. And now I'm in a mostly soundproof office with mostly fixed lighting and a professional-grade recorder. The mostly recording soundproofing is based on the Pareto principle. I can isolate about 90% of my noise pollution that gets into my office by soundproofing just my door and windows. I also looked at the source of the sounds using a cause and effect diagram. That's what led me away from the computer as a recorder and to the silent, solid-state Pro recorder I'm using now. To boot, it also has better sound quality. And keep in mind that PDCA, done well, is continuous. Every video I shoot should, hopefully, uncover a few more small improvement opportunities. In the development guide series I mentioned earlier, I went from a shotgun mic to a lavalier that you can see on my chest to a studio mic position just out of frame in front of me, and the sound quality is progressively better. The biggest gains in my video production, though, were in standardization and setup reduction. I've been able to get the prep time for recording from 23 minutes down to 3 minutes. It's close to the same time to put things back and get work on the next task, so the savings is nearly 40 minutes per shoot. It's easy to see how this enables more frequent, shorter productions. I'd love to say I was able to accomplish this all without any additional purchases. I did have to spring for a teleprompter. When I was just recording audio, I could be looking anywhere. But now it looks weird when I'm on camera and my eyes keep darting around to left and right to read the script or down below it. I also need a more modern camera to shoot in HD, a lens that can be fitted with remote control zoom, and a remote control for the teleprompter. The key there, though, is that I tried other ways first before catalog engineering. In another case, I was able to avoid a purchase. I mounted a light to shelves I already had, for example, by cannibalizing an unused tripod that was essentially in my red tag area. In addition to setup improvements, standardization helps immensely with efficiency. It streamlines processes, but for me, the bigger gain is that I make far fewer errors when following a process, and that means a lot less rework. It is so much easier to get recording onto the calendar when it takes 40 minutes less than it took before. The bottom line is that I break out the same tools that I teach when I have a need with my own processes. Okay, that's probably about enough about me using the tools. I should wrap up now. If you like this video, please like and subscribe below. I'd also love to get your comments below on what you'd like to see in the future. Until next time, best wishes on your lean journey.